What's up, Gene?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. We are in the mobile studio today.
I like how you made that sound so official. Like this is it is mobile.
It is mobile.
It is a studio.
It is.
Therefore, it is a mobile studio.
You know what I should do is that I should probably get some sponsorship for this so that we could have like a mobile billboard.
Okay.
Because wasn't GM interested in coming on board to support us?
Yeah.
I think that's
what was going to happen. No, I don't think so.
Maybe it was different. Maybe it was different initials. Maybe it wasn't actually GM.
Maybe not. It was Gene H. It wasn't GM.
Okay, so it's been a bit. We've got. I think we have a lot to catch up on.
Oh,
there's a whole lot of stuff that we probably won't have a topic today. We'll probably just get caught up on everything that's been going on, and then we'll kind of continue next week with a topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Go for it.
All right. I think one of the last times I was telling you about when I went to the dealership for our SUV, the Cadillac SUV.
Yeah.
And they gave me that stupid price. We talked about
Correct.
that, right?
On the brakes.
Yep, on the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to pay the $1,600 whatever they wanted for brakes and pads and rotors. So I go to AutoZone, plug there. We should talk to them, sponsor, right?
Okay.
Plug.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
See what I did there?
You see what I did?
I caught it. That's just free. That should be free merch for life right there, just for those plugs.
So if you get on there, if you go to their online store, then they're always running 20% off. Always. So you have to spend so much, but I'm going to spend that.
Stack that with veterans.
So I order the pads. The rotors are perfect. There's nothing. I don't even know why they said replace them. There's no scoring, no nothing. They're perfect. So
you know why they said that? Because they wanted the money.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And they looked at you and I thought, he's dumb. We should just.
I don't think that's what they thought. I don't think that's what.
Maybe that's what some of us think.
I think that's just what they do by default.
Probably.
So I order the brakes. They get shipped. Okay. Put the SUV up on the lift. Get the wheels taken off. Pull the pads off the calipers, and they still have life left on them. I'm like, these don't even need replacing, but that SUV is going to be getting ready to go on a long trip coming up, and so I'm like, you know what? They're fine probably up through the trip, but since we'll be driving through the mountains and stuff, I'll go ahead and just replace them. I don't need to, but I'll go ahead and do it because I've already got the pads are here. I'll go ahead and do it. So I pull all the stuff off and I'm looking at them. I go get the new pads and I'm like, these pads don't look like the other pads.
Okay.
So I put them side by side and clearly they're different. Like they're shaped different as well. The ones that come standard are more square.
Okay.
But the ones that I ordered were curved. That kind of, they're shaped curved like it matches the rotor, right?
Right.
Which is typical, like a normal, right?
Right.
I'm like, okay, visually they look different, but then they look not the same size, and so I put them on top. The new ones that I just bought are, I don't know, maybe half an inch too short. They're not wide enough. So when you try to put them in the caliper, they just fall through.
Right.
They can't, the hanger's not there. I'm like, God, I can't believe I made a mistake. I mean, I never make mistakes. Like, I never mess up stuff. I can't believe.
Just bookmark that right now, folks, because we're going to talk about something later.
Okay, I guess I screwed up. So the vehicle's already on the lift with all the wheels off, calipers off. I need to get it done. So I drive into town to the local AutoZone, and I'm like, hey, I guess I screwed up. I got the wrong pads. Do you have them in stock? So he looks them up, and he's like, this is the same pad. I'm like, no, these aren't. These are definitely not the same pads. Did
you bring the old pads with you?
I didn't. I should have, but I just thought I made a mistake. Right at that point, I thought I just misordered. He's like, he's punching all the stuff, looking. He's like, no, those are the right pads. He's like, are you sure the vehicle, the year of your vehicle? I'm like, yeah, I know, I bought it. Well, if you give me your VIN, then I'll double check it. So I'm like, so I call the wife. Hey, can you give me the VIN just to double check? She gives me the VIN. They plug it in. He's like, no, these are the right pads. I'm like, they are not the right pads. He said, well, my system says it is, so I don't know what to tell you. okay, take these pads back. So they give me money back. Go home, get online, look it up. Sure enough, it's showing those same pads. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I go to GM's website, to the part site.
Yep.
Look it up, same pads, the wrong pads. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? This is so bizarre.
All right, let me pause for a second.
Okay.
I'm thinking, you guys bought the car new, right?
Yeah, brand new.
Okay, so what I was thinking, it wouldn't work. I'm thinking, did somebody swap out
nope.
brake calipers for some strange reason with a different model? But no, because since it's brand new, they wouldn't have touched it.
Yep. This vehicle is the performance version. Okay. So it's got Brembo brakes, 6 piston brakes, freaking huge.
Really?
My wife is like, why are those so big? I'm like, that's the performance package. She's like, why do we need brakes that big? I'm like, we don't.
Because it's a performance package.
But it's the performance.
You got to do it, yeah.
So we have a contact at Brembo.
Yes.
Right? The guy.
Yeah.
So I contacted him. I said, hey, I just got a question. Here's the part numbers on the pads. I hate bugging him for anything. I hate to use people, or not use them, but have them help me out on stuff. But I'm like,
he doesn't care. He's happy to do it.
I know he's super awesome. He's great. Dude. I'm like, I need some help. I cannot figure out what the right brake pads, because GM website and all the auto parts store show me this one, and I showed him a picture. Here's the picture of what I have, and here's all the Brembo numbers that are on that pad. And so he's like, I'm on vacation. I got out of office. I'm on vacation. I'll get back to you. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I had to put the car back together, right? Because she's got to drive it. So I put the car back together. About a week later, he responds. He's like, hey, sorry, I was on vacation. No problem. I got some people looking into it. Within literally a couple hours, he sent me the link of the right part. So I look it up. Can you guess what you think it is?
The one you already had?
No. He sent me the correct...
the correct one.
The right ones. Can you imagine what that would lean toward?
No.
A 2024 version of that vehicle. My vehicle bought new was a 2022. So how do I have calipers and pads off of 2024 and up?
Do you know the answer?
Don't know the answer.
Oh, okay.
So I sent it back. I said, hey,
That's
just so you know,
weird.
I punched in, I looked up that number at the GM site, and I said, just so you know, I screenshotted, GM is reporting this only is available from 2024 and up. I don't know. So now I have the right brake pads.
Okay.
I can order the right brake pads. But because it's on the performance package, these brake pads are, take a guess at how much you think these brake pads are.
Okay. So I know for the Blackwing Brembo brake packages.
Okay.
So right now it's about $750.
Okay.
That's through GM or World Parts Direct, GM Parts Direct, those kind of guys. So I'm going to guess that is probably $600.
Dang, close. $582.
Dang, I'm good.
$582 though for an SUV.
Yeah.
That we don't we're not tracking this thing. Crazy.
You might as well.
I should think about it.
Cheryl's she can stick.
Oh yeah, I mean she definitely right.
She can drive, man.
She can
autocross.
Yeah,
she can drive, man. Get her out here.
I know. Well, so now I have the right ones, but had I not had that contact, what the heck? That's so crazy that brake package is only available for 2-year later vehicle.
I bet you our buddy up there at Sewell, right?
Oh yeah,
could probably figure that out too.
Probably. But I just thought that was super interesting.
Yeah.
That the drama that I had to go. So
wow.
Now I've got to order the right ones. And I told Cheryl the price. She's like, I said, well, here's the normal brakes that I bought at AutoZone.
What do the normal brakes cost?
$82.
82 to 580.
I know.
Wow.
Crazy.
So
that was super interesting about that whole thing of trying to figure out. So thanks to I'm not going to call his name out because I respect his privacy, but really appreciate having that guy. He's an important guy at Brembo.
He's a solid dude. For sure.
So that was the brakes on that vehicle. Now, a couple other things that I've done. We're sitting in our mobile studio right here, and the last time we were here, actually the last 2 years, we've recorded episodes
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
we have. Yeah.
But the last 2 times we come here in the spring, and it's cold at night. I mean, it was 30 degrees last night. It gets cold in the trailer. There's no, I mean, this is all aluminum
It's not
trailer.
insulated in any way.
There's no insulation because it's super lightweight.
Yeah.
Last time I froze to death. I was super cold. And I brought, the first time, which we've already told that story, where you slept in the car, I froze. That was super cold for both of us. Last year when we came, I brought a space heater, and the space heater did nothing. So this year, I'm like, okay, I need a way to make the heater or the trailer warm while I'm camping in it. Because, I mean, I tow the trailer to lots of tracks, and, you know, when it's cold weather, I just want to keep it warm. So I've been researching some options of what I need to do. And at home in my shop, I've got this little diesel heater. Really small. It's like 18 inches by 18 inches.
It's a small box.
Super small box.
For the amount of heat that thing pumps out, surprised.
Very bright. It's a little diesel heater. It takes 1 gallon of fuel that lasts between 5 and 8 hours. Super efficient, really efficient. It takes about 3 minutes to start putting out heat. So you fire it up, you know, glow plug, it gets going, starts blowing, then it lights the heating element. Within 3 minutes, I'm already putting out heat.
And by the way, it is really quiet.
Oh, it's super quiet.
It is like a few decibels. It's whisper quiet.
Oh, it's super duper quiet. You can't even, like, it was sitting outside last night. You can't hear it inside. And even when you're sitting outside.
When you're standing outside, it's a low hum.
It's a low hum. Yeah, it's
Very
a good
low.
low hum.
Yeah.
So I have it in my shop, and how do I hook it up for my trailer? And the only way you can do it is if some people do put them inside, but you have to route the exhaust gas. So I'm like, well,
Or just breathe it.
yeah, I guess. I mean, that's one option.
No, don't do that.
I guess if you
Folks,
left
don't
all
do
the
that.
doors
That would be
open,
dumb.
you could
You're
do that.
Yeah,
right?
you still wouldn't. I still wouldn't do it either.
So I'm like, I have to route the exhaust out. So I'm going to have to cut a hole in my trailer. So that was the first thing I had to get over, because I didn't, the trailer is super nice, and I didn't want to cut a hole in it, but I've got to get the gases out. So I was looking through some options, and I got this pass-through. And so I have it on my shop at home. I have a pass-through where the exhaust goes through. It's a double wall insulated. Then it's got an air gap and then something else. So nothing could ever get overheated and combust. But I'm like, what if there was a leak? Now I'm going to have a CO2 sensor inside. I'm like, I really don't want to do that. So then I'm like, okay, how can I route the heat inside instead of routing the exhaust outside? So what I ended up doing is I cut it's about a 3.5 inch hole, 3 to 4 inch hole. Used a big hole saw, cut a hole, and I got this fitting.
Did you cry once you started?
When I started,
through?
I had a hard time.
Yeah.
But once I did it, then I was fine.
All
but
right.
I did have a hard time making the first cut. I had a hard time.
Yeah.
So I cut the hole, and now it's all the way through to underneath the trailer. I put a fitting that had a thread on the inside, so inner diameter had thread. And I took a fitting and I spray foamed it, because when the trailer's not in use and it doesn't have a heater, I need to close that off so critters or bugs get in. So I threaded that in, I filled it with foam, threaded that in, so now it locks it off. When you park, I unthread that. Now I have an open hole, and this heater sits outside. The exhaust runs underneath the trailer, and then I've got maybe a 4 or 5 foot 3-inch duct. It's like HVAC ducting that runs from the heater up into the inlet port of the heater, and then comes in the trailer. And so I did this last week, and then when I did it today or last night, within about 15 minutes, the trailer's warm. Within about 30 minutes, you're taking off your hoodie. Like, you can just walk around in a t-shirt. Super duper warm, very efficient. When
I came in here this morning, I didn't realize you had done all that, right?
Yeah.
And I walked in, I'm like, my God, it's warm in here. Remember, I mean, this is
Yeah,
so
no, that's right.
nice.
That's right, because you hadn't seen it.
You didn't even tell me you were doing it, so I had
That's
no
right.
idea. But what did you do? And you did say you had a special project you wanted to talk about.
Yep,
So
yep.
clearly that's what this was. But man, I walked in and like, oh, I don't even need to put on my hoodie. This is freaking perfect.
It was so nice.
So nice.
And the cool thing about this heater is that you can run it off of DC or AC. A lot of these heaters only run off DC, and I don't hook it up to my battery.
Right.
So I've got a generator that I usually use. Like if we're at the track and we're in the daytime, I'll just fire the generator up. But because, especially when we come to this track, we come the night before, spend the night, so we're here in the morning. I don't want to run the generator at night because it's no one here that camps at the paddock. No one's running generators. It's super quiet at night, and the sound carries forever.
It does.
So
people would be so mad about that.
Yeah, they would not be happy. So I did not want to do that with a generator, but I wanted heat. So I bought an Anchor device.
The Anchor Solix.
It is. Yep. And
Solix.
Solix, correct. And it weighs probably about 80 pounds.
Oh, it's beefy.
It's beefy.
For sure.
It's great because I just plugged in AC, plugged in, my AC adapter from the generator. From the heater. Plug that in. The Anchor's quiet. There's no sound.
Yeah, it's battery.
Small hum with the heater, and then I had heat all night long. So I got up this morning. So it ran for about, I think I got up at 6:30 because we're supposed to meet earlier, and so I was up and I went outside.
I'm rolling my eyes.
And it was. We'll talk about it. I was almost. It was like I said. It holds a gallon. I was almost out. So it had run for about 6 hours. Part of that time was at high, and then I dialed it down to sleep because it gets too hot in here. And so I only used a gallon of fuel, and so $7 of fuel. Normally diesel's not that high, but right now diesel's high, so it costs a little bit more. But man, it worked great. It was super awesome.
Awesome setup.
Great setup. So now I can run either the generator or now I've got the Anchor device that'll power for days, I think, for what I need. So that was pretty good. So that was one project with the trailer, but I got another one.
Oh, you do?
When you're towing, this is a 28-foot trailer with a 4-foot tongue. So I got 32 feet hanging out from behind me. Now my RV is like 45 feet, so this is super small compared to that. But it's still a long trailer.
Yep.
And anytime you're towing a long trailer, you really want to see behind you, mostly for backing up, or if you have to go into a gas station, you want to see who's behind you when you're maneuvering. So on my other truck, I bought a wireless camera mounted off the back of the trailer, and then I had a separate display on the inside. Now, my other truck, since it's 25 years old or whatever, 24 years old, I had multiple monitors. Because it didn't have backup camera back then.
Yep.
So I have a backup monitor, and then I had my trailer monitor, and then I have my phone mounted. So I've got 3 displays.
It's like an office desk on his dashboard.
It's like your office desk. That's a good way to put it. And when I got this truck, I wanted the ability to leverage the infotainment center because it got that big screen. And thankfully, GM has released a camera system that allows you to integrate your trailer into the infotainment. So when you're doing all the camera views on like backup and the side and overhead, it's got trailer view, so you can actually see your trailer through inside the truck. So I mounted the camera on the back, and the camera's not cheap. The one I had on my other one, the wireless one, it was an Amazon special. I might have paid $50 for it. This is more like my brake pads or more.
Wow.
Pretty expensive. But the cool
4K,
thing... 4K,
I assume?
What's that?
4K?
I don't know if it's 4K. It's high def, but I don't know if it's 4K. It's really good quality, though. It's good, but I don't know if it's 4K. But I mounted on the back, and then it's a hardline, so it's not wireless. It's hardline.
That was going to be my next question. Hardline.
Hardline cable. So I got it mounted in, that casing.
Yeah.
That plastic casing. So I've got it run all the way connected to the top of the trailer, comes down the front of the trailer, and then runs, and it connects in where you plug in your trailer brake line and light for your lights and brake. It plugs in. There's a plug right above it. So I just plug that in. And when you go inside the trailer and you back up, or you put it in reverse, then you cycle through the modes, and it's got two main modes for the trailer. One is, well, there's three. I think one is that you can see down the side of the trailer, left or right. Another mode is it'll show you 3 views in one screen. It'll show you out back and down the side in the same screen. And then the third,
perfect for backing up.
Well, I've actually now moved to the third option, which is just full back. So the 2 side mirrors give me good enough down the side of the trailer. So I don't go to that, because when you get 3 views in one screen, it's too small.
Yeah, okay.
So I go to the big one.
Yeah.
So that's great. But one thing that I didn't realize when I was hooking all this up, when you are driving and you are turning, and I put on my turn signal, it will then bring up the camera view on the infotainment that shows you the view down the trailer, and it puts
to the side
you're going.
So if you're going left-ish,
it shows you leftish.
Right, shows you, yeah.
And it shows it reddish. It puts
That's good.
It puts a whole red section next to the trailer, so you can see, is there anyone inside that red section where you would actually move your vehicle? So if there's someone, like their bumper is like maybe because it's hard to tell how far back someone is 32 feet back. It will show you if their bumper is in that red zone, and if it is, that means you can't pull over because your trailer will hit them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened when we were driving down here. I was like, wow, that's a super cool feature. Now I've got the camera hooked in. It's so much better. I can see out the back. I can see down the sides. They have another option where you can hook an internal camera. So I could put a camera inside here if I wanted to watch the car, make sure everything is fine in here. You could have an inside one mounted right up there and route it over too. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool that
really cool.
that they have that.
They really thought through the process.
They really have. It's a really neat setup. So I did that. Okay, so I think for the trailer, I did the heater, did the camera, which is good. And I think the other thing that I did was my first track day of this year last weekend.
That's right.
That's the first time I've been. No, that was the second time with the McLaren at the Ridge. It was my second time there, but first time this year. Go out there, and really my intent was just to get my legs back under me, because I looked at the last time we were at track, it was over 6 months ago. I didn't realize it had been that long.
Really?
Yeah, it was like end of October is the last time that we did a track day. So November through April,
wow,
6 months. I didn't realize it had been so long. I mean, we've been doing drives and stuff, so that's why it doesn't seem like you haven't been doing car stuff. But man, it's been a long time, so I'm like, I'm just going to focus on being solid at the track. It was great. We're in the run groups. We go out first of the day, so I go out and just warming up the tires. It's still cold out. It's like 40 something in the morning, so I'm not going to go super fast for the first session anyway, and I just want to break it in. So first session, do good.
Knock the dust off.
Yeah, and everything feeling good. The car's feeling good. Everything seems well. Second session, I go out and I start pushing it. And I think I don't know if I was messaging you during. I was messaging you.
Yeah, we were messaging each other.
Even at one point, I think you said something to me about, "Hey, it's your first day. Don't send it. Like, just take it easy. Your first day back." Yeah,
too late.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I should have known better, because that's the same thing as saying, "Oh, I'm just going to go slow. I'm going to stay in the back, and by turn 1, you're already in third place." Yeah, I know how you are. I'm going to take it slow. Slow by the standards of the first person in first place. That's it.
Okay. By the third session, I'm like in my groove. Like, the car's feeling great. I'm back on, hitting my lines. Like, we're super solid at the Ridge because we go there all the time. I'm feeling super confident. So I think the third or the fourth, I don't remember which one, I'm going out to set a hot lap. So I go out. It must have been the third one. I go out and I'm already I'm beating my time from last year in the McLaren already by like a second or less than a second.
Yeah.
But I'm matching it or just beating it. And so
And you got better tires this time, though.
I had better tires.
Last time it
The
was all
Pirellis
season.
suck.
Yeah.
Those things were terrible. And so I have better tires now. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling comfortable. I'm at least at the time, just barely beating it. I'm ready to go. This kid walks around, young kid. He's probably 20s, early 20s. He comes around. He's like, is your car? Yep. Do you allow ride-alongs? So we've talked about my story before when I led a ride-along. And so my first question was, how do you handle speed? And he's like, oh, I'm totally fine. I'm like, yeah, the last guy told me that too, and he threw up in my car. And he's like, oh, no. I'm used to, I race cars. I do go-karts. I'm totally good. I'm like, yeah, the last guy said all that too. He's like, no, I'm good. I said, okay, look, I'll let you go, but if something happens, you better pull your shirt up over your helmet so that you don't get anything on my car. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Okay.
All right.
So you can go. Next session comes up. He comes over. He's like, can I still go? I'm like, you remember the deal? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay, let's go. And I told him, hey, if something you don't feel comfortable, just raise your hand, yell at me, do something because I'm focused on the driving. He's like, all right. So we go out there, and that lap, we're starting to hit, we're humming really good. I'm looking at the Garmin. I've got the Garmin running, so I hate the chasing green. We've talked about that before, chasing the green. I try not to do it, but it's hard, right? So I'm looking at my times, and I'm like, dang, man, I'm moving. And I mean green. Everything, every section, I'm green.
Yeah.
So I'm like, crap, this is doing good. And I got a passenger with me too. So we come around, go down, was it 14 down the hill?
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I've only got the little 3 turns there at the end, and I got straightaway. I'm like 3 seconds faster at this point, more than 3 seconds faster than I was last year, which is faster than I was in the Z06.
Yep.
So I'm like, man, I just got to get through these turns, and this is going to be I was on track for almost 4 seconds off. I'm feeling really good. So we get on the straightaway, and there are 2 cars. There's a guy on the left and a guy on the right.
Oh, yes, right. You told me this.
So I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I've got to get 2 point buys, and they're offset from each other. So the chance of that happening is nil.
Yep.
So I come around the thing, and I'm flooring it. I'm like, man, can I get to the finish line before I get the people? Of course I don't. So I have to back off before I get to that point, before I go through the finish line. So I was a little bit bummed, but I was 3 seconds faster than it was last year. So the fact that I got that with a passenger in the car and I had to let up at the end, just, man, that car is just amazing. Really hooking up. So great day. The rest of the time, I kind of backed down because there was just so much traffic. I went back and looking at Garmin. I'm doing that turn in at 115, which
Jesus.
I was not doing that on the Z06 at all.
No.
But I'm taking that.
You're over 100, though.
I was probably close to 100.
Close to 100? Okay.
I mean, I was over 100, but it was probably not much more than 100. But when I use the marker, so as soon as I do that turn in, 115 on the speedometer. All right, you'll probably hear a little bit of a background. The cars are roaring back up for next session. So that was a good track day. A lot of fun. There was a guy I met. I think his name was Ron. I think it was Ron. We're sitting in line to get lunch, and we're just start chit chatting. And he's driving a GT3 RS. Super nice. It's a silver with all the carbon fiber. I mean, really nice car. So we're chit chatting and talking about times and tracks and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, how long have you been doing this stuff? His story is almost identical to mine.
Really?
He used to race motorcycles. He had a really bad accident racing motorcycles. He got airlifted. Now, I didn't get airlifted. I told that story already previously. But he ended up getting airlifted. He was unconscious. He came to in the hospital. We went to the same trauma center up in Seattle at Harborview. And when he woke up, his wife is like, no more motorcycles.
Yep.
And so then he got into cars. And it was weird. I mean, their stories are like identical. So, that
Instant
kind of
parallels.
Yeah. So we kind of bonded and we're just chit chatting. And so how many days do you track? And he's like, way too many, what's that casino right down the road?
Emerald?
No, from the ridge.
Oh, Muckleshoot. Oh.
That one. Whatever that one is.
Yeah,
I forgot the name.
I don't know, but yeah.
He's like, I've got 300 nights at the hotel. Because he comes down the night before. Because he lives like up north. So he comes down, spends the night. 300 nights.
Okay.
So I'm like, wow, you track a lot.
Yeah.
You track a lot.
Yeah.
Super fast. He's a super fast driver. Great car though, man. That GT3 RS, my gosh,
ridiculous.
really good car.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. I guess we'll probably get to. I guess we'll circle back around to this trip in a minute. But we've gone to some good car events.
Yeah. So Exotics at Redmond Town Center kicked off a couple weeks ago.
Their opening day.
And we went to that event. Now, I think there's 450 cars.
Oh, there's so many.
Opening day, and it was really cool because we got there. We met at like 6:45 in the morning at the the Trader Joe's. Some of the Cadillac guys. I know you had already gotten in line early.
I got there
you got in
at
line early.
6 o'clock.
Yeah. So we rolled into our line probably at 7, and we were, if I had to guess, we were probably 50, 60 in, even at 7. But 30 minutes later, there's probably 100 cars behind us.
Oh, yeah.
It was ridiculous. So it was great. They put us all together in row 3, which is where all the American cars go, GM, Ford, whatever. A lot of fun. Really cool to have, Mike and Gordon and Alberto there. And you were there. It was cool to see your car. You had an Exotic at Exotics.
First time I felt worthy.
Yeah, first time you felt worthy. And it was in the, so it's at Redmond Town Center. Redmond Town Center also has restaurants like BJ's Warehouse. That's generally where most of the cars get parked, except on special days or opening day. Opening day, this is an open air mall, so they have a rotunda in the center, and then
little boulevard
street going all the way through it. It's really, really cool. Both sides of the boulevard street is full. The rotunda is full. And our man Dan here had his McLaren. He was the last car in.
Yep.
So the last one allowed in the rotunda. So and just to give you some context, there was an LMP3 race car in there. There was an Ferrari F80, which we're not going to talk about that. Hot mess. There was an SF90 FXX in there. There was an Enzo and Ferrari F40.
F40 there.
Right, lots of Lamborghinis. So Jag was, Jag was in there with his Aventador and his STO. Beautiful cars. STO is still my favorite. It was just a really fun event. We were there till probably 10:45-ish, 11.
Yeah.
We eventually left because Seattle Lamborghini.
Oh, hang on before you leave.
Oh, okay.
So that show, like I only go maybe opening day.
Yeah.
Is the only time I ever go up there. It's a long drive.
For you, yeah.
They have a lot of nice cars, but opening day really brings out the best of everything. So I usually try to go up there on opening day. So we went up there on opening day, and I've never felt worthy of taking. Now, yes, there are sections where you can park the Blackwing, the Z06. Even Kyle had his on one of the little boulevard. Actually, you've had a Blackwing on.
I had a Blackwing on the little side boulevard once, yeah.
And so for me, I just don't think that I should be there. If it's called Exotics, it really should be. So I've just never put my car. I just park in the garage and walk over. This time I felt worthy of having a car in.
Very much so.
So I get there super early. I get up there. I left the house at like 4:45 because I knew opening day is like everybody's pent up demand, right?
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to be busy. So I get up there before 6 o'clock. I drive and I don't see cars quite yet. I'm like, you know what? The sun hasn't come up, but the moon is out. It's well lit. The sky was crystal clear. So I'm like, let me go get some shots, some pictures. So I went up into one of the parking garages, and got some pictures with the moonlight, and just looks great. So I got some pictures, did some stuff like inside the parking garage with some different lighting.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I was going to send you pictures. I forgot
Yeah,
to.
it's just, I want to see them.
So then I drove over to where you line up, and I was probably 10 cars back at that point. And there's 2 rows, so about 20 cars in total. Now, I knew I'd be parked somewhere up front, but I had no idea where. At 20 back, I'm going to be somewhere out there. A boulevard, I'm totally fine. So we're going through, and they put stickers on your car. They walk through, and they put different stickers, different color stickers on your car. Now, I don't know what they mean, but they know what they mean. So this guy's walking through, and he'll put one here, puts one on this guy, and then he walks over to me, and then he grabs a different sticker. Okay, sticks it on the car. I've got
The pink one.
Was it a pink?
I don't know.
I don't know what
I
color.
made it up.
I don't know what it was, but he put this color. It might have been pink. I don't know. So, and then at some point they open it and they start feeding cars through. They route you where they want you to go. As I'm going through the entryway, the guy who I don't know who he is. I don't know the owners of who does this, but he was a main guy because he was kind of directing stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, definitely the McLaren." As I'm driving by.
Yeah.
So we're driving through, and they're routing cars through the rotunda to the other side. But they get to me, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to put you right over here." I backed up next to, what was the car that was beside me? Do you remember?
I get the pictures of it.
Yeah, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But they're like, "Hey, we're going to back you up right here." And I was the last car because they had already pre-staged, LMP 3 cars already there. Or the 2, whatever that is, LMP car is already there. All the high-end Ferraris, all those are already pre-staged. So there's not a whole lot of room to even put other exotics. I was the last car in. I was like, man, to be the first time I'd come there with a car I feel worthy and to get put in the rotunda area, man, that was really cool.
That was cool.
I felt really special. I mean, it was really neat.
Well, we know you're special. It was cool to get pictures of your car from above.
That was a really cool shot. I didn't do that, so that was cool that you did.
Yeah. And I got it from high, then it zoomed in a little bit, then it zoomed in a little further. That was just a cool little look.
That was a cool shot. I got it from the other side where I could see it in front of all the other cars. Because I wasn't tucked back. I was like right on the main thoroughfare.
You're right. Yeah, people could walk by. And
the people were all day long just.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we leave because we're headed over to the Lambo. And I'll transfer back over to you. As we're leaving, though, because you guys were in a different section, so I'm like, hey, I need to go get my car. So I walk over and I go to the attendants because you're not allowed to leave. Once you go in, you can't leave until.
Yeah, they do get annoyed if you leave early.
Oh, and you're not allowed to come back.
Right.
So I wait till the time was at 11.
Yeah, it was like 2:45 or 11.
It was almost 11. So I'm like, hey, when can we leave? He's like, oh, you can leave now. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, you go ahead and get out of here. Because I guess there's probably a time frame they need to get the cars out.
Yes.
So they're like, hey, if you're ready to go, we'll get you out. So they then walk me out, which is kind of cool. There's a guy walking in front of me, letting me get out. And the amount of people down each side of that boulevard.
Oh, man.
Packed. And all these people had the cameras out, and I was like, oh my God. It was such a cool sensation of being escorted out. Everybody's taking pictures. Everybody's like yelling and love the car. Like, it was really cool. So anyway, I get out, and then we head over to Lambeau.
So we go over to Lambeau, and they do it 3 times a year. And this was a kickoff for them as well. It's the Lambeau, McLaren, Rolls-Royce, and Bentley.
Yep.
Of Seattle. But it's not in Seattle, it's in Bellevue.
It's in Bellevue.
Go figure. But actually, it's not surprising. You don't want a business in Seattle, especially not that kind of business. So we get there and we park. It's funny. He's already there. He's already parked with all the other cars that have earned the right to be there. I pull in, the guy looks at me, and I'm not expecting to show my car. I'm expecting to go park in the top of the building.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. He was like, oh, yeah, go up the top. You okay with that? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's where I want to go anyways.
Well, last year I took the Z06. And they wouldn't let me park down below either.
Yeah, they let you park there one time before.
They let me park on the
far side.
On the far side.
Yeah. But you're still down there on the.
You're still down, but it's not with all the cool kids.
Yeah, you're like, you're okay. We'll put you off to the side.
It's like when, I don't know, when you, at Thanksgiving dinners or Christmas dinners, like when I grew up, we had big family gatherings.
We did too, yeah.
They had the big people table.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had the little people table.
Yes, you're at the little people table.
I was always at the little kid. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you can come here, but you're off to the side, you know.
Yeah, we're a little embarrassed to have you here, but
That's right.
It's off to the side.
But we'll let you in.
So, yeah, we got there and we walked around, met the guy with the BMW, chatted with him for a little bit. And Dan and I just walked around, looked at all the cars. We kind of walking through. We saw some really beautiful cars. That matte blue, what is that thing? Temerario.
Oh, the Temerario.
That matte blue Temerario is absolutely beautiful. Matte is a pain to, if it's a paint, it's a pain to manage.
Yep.
But that
gorgeous.
matte blue is stunning.
I would not, I think for me, because that guy that we talked with, the M2, the guy that we talked with, he had a matte wrap on it.
Yes.
Matte PPF, so that you could see through it. So it's easier to maintain because it's the matte PPF. So you get that matte look, but not the headache of matte paint.
Right.
So I would probably do something like that, but you're right. It was
That's
gorgeous.
what I would do.
It was gorgeous. I know that you like the headlights, or not the headlights, the fog lights of the Temerario.
Stop it.
You highlighted that was like the key
Temerario,
feature.
yeah, it's a key feature that makes the car look ugly. Because they stand out so much. If they weren't so in your face, they just like, oh my god, it's just gaudy.
It's different. I'm not as far on the dislike as you are. I think it's unique. It's a different. We haven't seen that before. I don't know if I think it's dog ugly, but it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
They had a lot of cool cars there. A lot of cool
great cars there. Really great cars.
Super expensive cars on the inside.
That olive green Lamborghini Revuelto. Remember we walked around the back and the whole thing's carbon fiber. What did I tell you? No wonder GM couldn't find,
because they had every bit of carbon.
Find all the find carbon fiber for the Blackwings and the Z06s.
Yep.
Because Lamborghini has it on this one particular car, and it was gorgeous. That's one though I would wrap either partially or in whole in matte.
You have to.
No, in matte PPF. I would like that one in matte or at least partially in matte. So to have a matte and then gloss on that.
Gloss carbon?
Well, no, I'm saying in the paint. To have
okay.
The matte and the gloss paint together would add a neat texture if you're able to figure out a cool way of making that look. Like a matte stripe, or the car is wrapped in matte and then you leave the center stripe as gloss. Doing something like that would add some cool texture. So
maybe on your next vehicle you do that.
Well, we'll talk about that at some point.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
next podcast. We'll talk about that. But that was a great day. It was a lot of
weather was perfect.
Weather was beautiful,
absolutely gorgeous. A lot of great cars, tons of people out. I forgot the guy. I got his name. I forgot the guy with the BMW that we talked to.
Yeah,
because he kind of lives out more in my neck of the woods, but he's probably going to join us on some drives. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of cool cars. Great day.
Yeah, awesome day.
Okay.
Now we hear cars on the track now. So where are we at and what are we doing? And
so
what's the fun story here today?
So we're at ORP today.
Oh, we are.
And this is one of our favorite tracks.
Oh, man.
I mean, by far, this is one of our favorite tracks. Love coming down here. We come, two to three times a year.
Yep.
It is a trek down here, 4 or 5 hours to get down here, but it is definitely worth it. The gates open here at 5 o'clock the day before, and they allow you to camp overnight. I know that you like to stay at the Elvis Suite down the road, but
at the Tall Winds Hotel, $62 a night. Sometimes you get a critter in there with you.
Keeps you warm at night. So we come down, we leave the house, we get down here right at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, hold on. Yeah, I'm missing the whole thing here.
I was just going to kind of...
No, you're not going to just gloss over this. So normally we meet down here separately. And I sent him a text we were both working in the morning.
Yep.
So I sent him a text and said, hey, why don't you just come to your house and we'll ride there together?
No, you didn't say my house.
Yes, I did. Go back and look at the text.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I didn't.
I did.
Okay.
Yep. Go back. And I'm like,
that's why the other stuff didn't make. Now I understand, because I thought you said let's meet up. I didn't know you said my house.
Yeah.
So when you said meet up, we're going to meet up on Highway 18 because that's close to you. So that's what I was thinking.
And I know you normally don't go 90. You go the other way. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that makes sense. So we decided to meet up near Pacific Raceways, where I'm sitting there off the interstate, maybe half a mile, and he's gonna text me when he gets closer.
Okay, so hang on, we got to back up too. So you skip.
All right.
So
skipping.
So Gene had said, "Hey, I'm on my way to your house," and I'm already like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I'm at the gas station getting gas, and I'm headed your way because when you said meet up, I think I'm going to meet you there. Mm-hmm. And then Gene's like, "I'm coming your way." I'm like, "That's the wrong direction, dude." So I'm like, "Hey, I'm coming towards you." Okay. So then you called me.
Yep.
I'm like, "Hey, I'm just now filling up. I'm done. I'm headed your way. I'll meet you down by 18." I'm like, "Okay, I'll meet you somewhere. I'm going to go to the coffee stand. I'll meet you."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay." Gene's like, "When you get close, call me, and then I'll get on the road and we'll connect." Okay, great. Literally within a minute, maybe 2 minutes of after our call, there's something going on at work, and I get a message that said, "Hey, he said, do you have 5 minutes?" That was the message. "Do you have 5 minutes?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, I'm driving." At that point, I'm like 25 minutes away from Gene at that point. So 5 minutes? Sure. Get on the call. I'm on this conference call for probably 45 minutes. I'm on this conference call. And so I go, I'm driving down the highway, and I go by where I know Gene is, but I can't call him because I'm on a conference call, so I can't do anything. Thinking back, I guess I could have got off the exit, but I didn't think of that. I'm like, I can't call him. I'm on the phone call. I can't talk. So I honk the horn as I drive by.
Yeah, I'm half a mile away. Like, I'm going to hear that.
But I didn't. I'm like, well, maybe Gene's sitting at the top of the ramp. I didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
So I honked the horn. I know that was kind of stupid, but I honked the horn.
It's funny though.
So I go and I'm like, okay, well, man, I got to let Gene. I get all the way up to
90, right?
90, the interstate. So that's probably
20 miles.
20 miles I'd gone past Gene. So I hang up the call and I immediately send him, "Sorry, man, I literally just got off the message." So,
and I'm still sitting there at the Pacific Raceway's entrance to the racetrack.
Man, I felt so bad. I did.
I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. I'll catch him at some point.
Well, yeah, because I'm towing.
He's towing, right? So, okay, this is the 4.5 to 5 hour drive,
Yep.
including stops of gas and just chilling out. I get going on the road, and I'm doing, I probably average 78 miles an hour throughout the entire trip. There's times I'm doing 80, 82, 85. A couple times I may have gone a little harder than that, but we get through the areas where we got bad cell signal, and we get them on the phone, and we're halfway through the drive already. It's not like 2 hours in.
I know. I'm waiting
still
for
haven't caught him. Nowhere. I found all the cops. So did he.
Oh, yeah, they were a lot of cops.
So, I still haven't caught him. Eventually, I find out I'm still 15 miles away from him.
No.
No, 14
When we
miles.
talked, you were 10 miles behind me. 11.
Yeah, so it was 11. That's right.
You were 11.
But still.
I know.
And I still didn't catch you until we get 30 miles away from the track.
I know.
And you had to stop for gas.
Because
you rolled in here on 1 gallon left.
I know. Okay. I fully expected, because I'm towing the trailer with the car, so I cannot go near as fast as Gene. So I'm expecting he's going to catch me within an hour.
That's what I thought.
And so I'm seeing these blue cars, and I'm messaging Gene. "Oh, hey, is that you?" "No, it's a Corolla." "Is that you?" "No, it's a whatever." So I'm seeing all these little blue cars. So I'm kind of being funny with Gene because he's not there, but I fully expected him to catch me.
I fully expected to catch you.
My guess is that there was a lot of traffic.
There was a lot of traffic.
There's a lot of traffic. So my guess is that probably I hit openings when you didn't.
That's exactly what happened.
Because there's no way I can drive 4 hours and you don't catch me.
No, not with only a 20-mile head start.
Yeah, with only that far
only 20-mile head start.
So
I kept getting stuck behind stuff, and so just how the frequency of traffic went.
Yeah, it just.
You were in front of that sine wave, and I was in the back.
So we're coming close to. Normally, I stop at a gas station at this particular place. Somehow I missed it. Like I still don't know how I know where the gas station is, but I didn't see it. So I don't know if I did a different way through that city. Maybe, I don't know. I did something different because I never saw that gas station. And so where we went through this time, it was all the gas stations were meant for cars. There was no like big trailers, so I couldn't pull off. And I'm looking at the distance to the next stop, and it was, I don't remember what I told you. Say it was 60 miles away, and my truck said I had 75 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna get there. At that point, it was all pretty flat, but then pretty soon we get back into the hills. And so I'm seeing the distance of my range go down and go down, go down. And I'm like, oh crap. At one point I was like 21 miles of range and I had 19 miles of distance left.
Ooh.
So I'm getting really close. Now I know once you get to the very top at Mary's Hill, it's all downhill. We get there, I get all the way down the hill and the light's on, low fuel light is on. I pull in to the gas station, I fill up, and I had less than a gallon left.
Wow.
To max out. So I literally was on fumes. Now I do have gas with me because I tow it for the car, so I could have used that. But the fact that I got
Yeah, but I agree. That's not what you want to wait on because you have to pull off to the side of the road there.
Yeah,
it's unsafe.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
So it's funny that I was able to pull in. So anyway, I topped off or I filled up. You connected with me right then, and then we drive on to the track. No. You pull off.
Right. Okay, let me pick up.
Okay.
So I go to the hotel. I check into the hotel. I meet with the owner at the Tall Winds. He loves to talk.
Oh, does he? He's a talker. Yep.
Yep. We talked about. He's a nice guy, though. Retiree, nice, super nice guy. He loves to talk. So you know what? I'll talk with him. I like the guy. I've talked to him.
Yeah.
I've been there, stayed there a few times. And the Elvis room, which is 111. Why he calls it the Elvis room, I don't know, but it's the Elvis room. It's taken, so I'm now in room 105,
man.
and I feel like, man, I'm not as important anymore. I'm not a valued client.
That's disappointing.
It's very disappointing. I almost cried, but I decided not to.
Yeah.
So I go check in real quick, freshen up, do my hair, and then I want to go meet him at the track because we're going to do a track walk like we always do.
Yeah, we always do that.
I always do a track walk. We talk about things and stuff. So I get there, and I pull up, and the way this is set up, you have to. I can see he's where he's parked. He's at a raised elevation from where I am coming in as I'm pulling into the parking area. Then I come around this turn and it lifts you up, and then you get on the same elevation. And I look over, and his car is not out.
Yeah, because normally as soon as I get here, I unload everything,
Right.
get the car out so the trailer's open.
Right. So I pull in and I park. I back in so I look cool. I'm gonna take some pictures, and this is gonna be a good moment, right? And I look at him, and he says, "What'd you tell me?"
Oh man, I don't know what I said.
I know what you said. You
I don't
said,
know.
No, I know what you said. You said,
Okay,
I got to go back.
I got to go back.
You said, I got to go back.
So let's back up.
And I thought, I thought you meant like back to the gas
Oh,
station
to the gas
or something
station.
like that. I'm like, okay, so what? We'll go.
Okay, so before Gene gets here, he stops off at the hotel. I drive here, come in, park the trailer where I always do, right up by the fence, great position. I come and my trailer, I've got the escape hatch. I've got this whole side panel that opens up. As soon as I walk there and I take the first D-ring off, as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh crap. At that moment, I realized I don't have my key to the car. I go ahead and open the side up. I'm like, okay, maybe I left it inside the car. So
Hoping against hope.
just beyond there was still a possibility because, and I'll tell why in a minute why the whole key saga. So I open up the whole side hatch, look in the car, it's not there. So I call my son, hey bud, can you look on the key ring? Tell me if you see the McLaren key there. He's like, what? I'm like, just go take a look. He's like, yep, it's here.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, I'll call you back in a minute. So I needed a moment just to get frustrated and just get over it. So what happened is that typically when I'm loading up to come to the track, I have a whole process where I put the trailer, how I put the truck, how I get the car loaded.
You're
Like,
process oriented, really? That's so
it
surprising.
is weird. On occasions, I do that stuff.
That's
So I'm going through all the
Weird.
stuff to get the car in, and the last thing I do is I put the key in the pocket of the jeans that I'm going to wear the next day. So they're already there, so I don't accidentally forget the key. Okay.
they also call that OCD.
I mean, there's been occasions where I've given stories how that could be taken that way.
Yes, possibly.
Well, because I was doing the track day the week before, like we just talked about,
Yeah.
the car was already loaded. Everything was already loaded. Everything. All I did was get some gas, hook up the trailer, and leave. That's all I did. So I didn't go through that whole normal process. So I never thought about the key in the pocket because I never loaded the car. It's still been loaded for a week. So I called my wife, and my wife was working late, and I'm like, hey, you do not have to say yes, but would you be open to doing a road trip with our son to come bring me the key? And she's like, oh my gosh. But she worked late, so she's like, nope, I can't do it.
My
Yeah.
lovely wife would have just said, "You're on your own."
Yeah, and I told my wife and my son, look, I'm fully prepared just to drive home. I screwed up big time. I'll just drive home. My mistake. I'll eat it. I'm totally fine with doing that. No pressure. My son's like, no, that'll be cool. I'll drive down. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, totally fine. I'll do it. All right. So I called my wife, said, hey, Brett's gonna come down. So he leaves a little bit late. It actually worked out. He was only like maybe 15 minutes apart from where we got to the middle section. So Gene graciously jumped in the truck with me to drive back. So,
Well, what did I say? I said, "You want some?" I said, "You want some company to go with you?" And you said, "No, you don't have to." And I said, "What am I going to do all night?"
Oh,
What'd
yeah.
you say? You're like, sleep.
Sleep.
That is true. But I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna let you go do that by yourself.
So
man.
we leave at around 6 o'clock. So I got here by 5, and then by 6 o'clock, we're back on the road. So we drive back. We meet halfway. So we drove 2 hours and 15 minutes, and my son's driving down. So we get there, go to Subway, we buy some dinner, and then my son gets there. He was just like, my son's super happy-go-lucky kind of kid. So he just comes in, and I was super happy to see him. Like, I was really, really happy to see him, and I was very appreciative of doing that.
Plus, you're happy his car with as many miles as it has on it made it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about that, about him doing that long of a drive, because around town it's no big deal, but that was a long drive, a 4.5-hour drive round trip for him. Mm-hmm. But car made it. I was happy to see him, and he said, I just told him again, thanks, you didn't have to do it, I really appreciate it. And he's like, well, I haven't told you how much it's going to cost you yet. I'm like, okay, fair. I'll make sure I compensate you. So I bought him dinner as well, and then we're getting ready to leave. I hug him, I give him a hug, and I just thank him. I really appreciate it. And he said, really cool thing. I'm like, Brett, I really appreciate it. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. And he said, I wanted you to have a good weekend. I didn't want you to ruin your day.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
That's so cool.
That was really cool. So I hugged him. We had that moment.
And then, so I'm standing there. I'm feeling like I need some love too. Like,
Yeah, of
just have
course. You don't wanna be left out.
I don't left out. So I decided, I just did the fist bump thing. I put my hand out for the fist bump, and he looks at me. He's like, "Yeah, no hug for you." He gives me a little side fist bump, and then we walk off. Dan and I are dying laughing. No hug for you. I'm like,
but he wasn't even trying to be funny. But
No.
that was so funny.
because it was said in such factual,
It was
dry,
super dry.
just-
no
yeah,
hug for you.
no hug for you.
I got to go.
fist bump. Move on. That was hilarious. And I took zero offense to that because I thought that's all I wanted anyways. But I thought that was so funny.
Oh, my gosh.
That was great.
That was so good. So anyway, he made it back. He got back about. So when I got back here, we got back. So we turned around, drove back. I get back to the track about 11:22. I get back to the track. We'd already coordinated with them because they locked the gate at night. The security guards were asleep. I had to wake them up. They let me in because they knew we were coming. They let me in. And then at that point, I've got to get the trailer set up so that I can sleep in here. So I have to crank the car. in order to put it in neutral and take off the parking brake.
Oh, and it is pitch quiet outside.
It's super quiet. Everything is pitch dark.
You could hear a
quiet.
fox
Oh,
pass gas. I mean, it's so quiet.
so I left my truck running. Okay, so the truck has just got like a, it's got that V8 rumble, blah, 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 right?
yeah,
so,
because you essentially straight piped your
yeah,
truck.
I mean, it's a little out of the normal. So I'm leaving that running because that's kind of like white noise. At least there's some noise that's drowning out the quietness, so people can hear that piece. So I'm like, if I shut off the truck, then I crank the car, that's even more pronounced. Mm-hmm. So I'll leave the truck running. I don't know if it worked or not, but that's my thinking. I crank the car, and there's a way that you can disengage the parking, put it in neutral, and then shut it off. I do that super fast. Like I crank it, hit the buttons, turn it off. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I can at least get the car pushed out of the trailer. Before we left, I had unloaded a lot of stuff out of the back of the trailer, and so as I'm starting to push the car toward the back of the ramp, I'm like, actually, there's enough room where I can leave the car in the trailer and have the air mattress without having to roll it out, because it's going to be even more loud to do that. So that's what I was able to do. I was able to leave the car in, push it back, then I get the heater fired up, the air mattress blown up. So I'm going to bed about 12:30 last night. So I sent a note to the kids. My kids are still up, and my son's like, "Hey, made it back, all problem." He sent me a picture of his gas bill, so I have to pay his gas bill. So he sent me a picture of that. But both my kids were up, still talking. So I'm like, "You guys go to bed. What are you doing? You need to get to bed. It's after midnight." So then I went to bed about midnight. So anyway, and now we're here.
Now we're here.
And
it's been fun so far.
Been a good day. First session out, super crowded. Always is.
Oh, yeah.
Always is.
First session out from lunch was crowded, too. So we're doing this now.
Yeah, so we're doing this now, and now we can hear quiet out there. So now we're going to wrap this up and
I almost wonder,
get back on the track.
It seems too quiet. I almost wonder if the track went red.
It is a bit quiet.
Because I haven't heard anybody coming through.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I hope
I
not.
guess we'll find out here in a minute. So we got to get out and do
our thing.
Get some good laps. So yeah, good catching up. Next one,
catching up.
I think next time we definitely have something interesting to talk about on your side. It'd be interesting to talk about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We'll see.
All right, man.
I hear him now.
Till next time.
Till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.